Hi everybody, this is Pramita here, and I have completed the Traveler's Notebook, simple Traveler's Notebook journal that I started. I don't know, it must have been 2 weeks, but I could have finished it earlier, anyways. So I have managed to complete these two, and by the time you see this, they're going to be listed in my shop. Um, so this is how they look currently, and I did share some of the pictures on Instagram, and so many people have loved it. I don't know if they are going to be sold right away or they're going to take some time, because that depends, how everything goes. Anyways, they are very similar, as I have always said, but they are not identical. They have their differences, and yeah. So let me do the flip of this. Now I have as I always say, I'm going to make a single listing for these two, because I have numbered them 1 and 2, and uh, I have always said that I like to work in duos, because more than this I get very overwhelmed with lots of planning and stuff like that. I don't want to get into that, but it is what it is. So I'll start the flip through of number 1, and then we'll move on to number 2. So let me move this aside and start the flip through. I hope I'm in frame, because yeah. So I have tied this journal with some organza ribbon, this dotted one, and I love this. It's a very champagne color, you can say, and these dots, they are very, very nice. And I'm going to take this off. So this is number 1. I'm going to take this, and then I'll be able to show this. So there are 2 clusters. Just a minute. Okay. So there are 2 clusters of laces, mainly because it does not have any lace on the topper itself, and I had shown how I made this topper in one of those journal cards sort of thing. This is how you can use them also. You don't have to make a journal card just for the sake of making a journal card. You can always use them as toppers. So that's what I've done. I've just added some music sheet, and the spine is reinforced with muslin, and this is how it's looking. And at the back there's a belly band, and this lady goes in here. And again, these clusters, if you remember, we had done these from masterboards, and I need to make a few more of these. These were very good, and even though I have quite a few of them already done, but I need to replenish the stash. So inside what you have is just a second. Inside what you have is this pocket, which is made from a printable postcard. This is, I think, from Tsunami Rose Designs, and some journal cards. So these are both from Journal Boat. Very simple, but I thought it's going to go with this floral eclectic look. So the papers I have used are, honestly, I don't remember the name of the shop. It's an European shop, and it has a very big name, but I can put a link to it if you want. So these are large pockets. So remember, these were the ones that I had shown while I was working on the journal cards. So these were done off camera, and I've used a bunch of laces, and these florals are pink fussy cut flowers in my shop, so I have those. And then some blank paper. These are basically writing journals, but with a lot of fluff. If you want to have both, like you want to have the best of both, like you want fluff yet you want a writing journal, There's lots of writing spaces over here. And regarding the music pages, I have not put on pockets and stuff like that, because you can always put a tea stained paper, some kind of ephemera, use washi tape, whatever you want. So I have kept it this way. You can also leave it just like that. You can do a little bit of collage of your own. It's totally up to you. These were some book page envelopes that I had done. So I have glued them down. And again, some ephemera from Journal Boat. So I've used some embossed papers and all. I know. Okay, I'll link this video where I have done a show and tell kind of thing of these envelopes, and this embossing paper is one of my favorite one. This is some book page, some die cut that I had. Again, some old book page, some papers from the kit, and I have added a lot of tabs. As you can see, they just add a lot of dimension to your journals, also lends a little bit of character. So this is another page, and here is the pocket. Again, one of those cards with Tim Holtz paper dolls. I have not overly used a lot of things, because in my collages I do not like to add too much, and the purpose behind this was using book pages. So if I cover the entire book page, what is the purpose of having a book page as a background, according to me? But if I wanted, I could have covered the entire thing. Some grit paper, some lined paper, some vintage book page, again some tab clusters that I had done. These were all from scraps, and then again another long pocket. This one was also a journal card from Journal Boat, but I have layered that on a piece of collage sheet from my shop. I think this came in the Spring Garden collage sheets. Those were some additional papers, blank papers. This is just a fold out page, again for writing. If you want, you can decorate this part, whatever. Some little scraps that I've added, some grit paper, Edith Holden book page. This was a flip pocket. If you've not watched this video, then I would suggest you do. I will put a link to this in the description box, where I have shown how I create these kind of pockets. So here is a journal tag. This was just a background paper, and I just added some floral images from Journal Boat, and this is, I think, I don't remember honestly. This, I think, is from one of my printables. This is not from any other shop, so I'm not sure about that, sorry. So, and I have added these lace mini scraps that I had, just for extra interest. If you don't like that, you can always take it off. And these were actually some papers, ephemera. This was actually from Ruby and Pearl, the background page, and then I have done collage using the collage sheets from my shop, and I've just jazzed it up a little bit, so that when I close this up, when I fold this up, you will see little bits and pieces of the ephemera. And here also I've done a little bit of layering. And then when I flip this side, here is another journal card. Okay, that goes in. Again, a page from the kit. I have mixed up quite a few sheets, collage sheets of similar kind that were available in the shop, and again I bought them, quite a few of them basically, because I think that there was a sale going on, and I picked up quite a few things. So that is how I make a purchase on Etsy. I keep an eye on sales, and unless and until I do like something very badly, I don't usually pick it up. And so this is the journal card. I love how this has turned out. very sweet and cute. And I don't make too much of journal cards and envelopes ahead of time, because I find that's not what works for me, and it just gets piled up. Other than the collage snippets, I don't make anything ahead of time. So again, some lace. This has been tea dyed, I guess. And again, another Edith Holden envelope. I have not glued this shut, so you can do whatever you want. There's another journal card here from Journal Boat. She has these journal cards in white flowers or something. That's pretty interesting, and this is how the front looks. You must have seen this. I have done a flip through of all the journal cards and all that I had been doing of late. So this is another of those tiny scraps. Again, this is again from Journal Boat. I have this is journal cards of white flowers or something that is it's called something like this. I'm not sure. This is some vintage fabric, muslin that I have. Not muslin, but linen. This is actually a very old shirt, which I'm decimating right now. It I think someone had gifted me that vintage shirt. I don't remember. It's pretty old, but I don't know how old that is. Again, some book page, and I always try to match up the colors. So if there is a little bit of yellow here, I'll try to bring out that yellow and brighten that up, and added a little bit of yellow fabric as a fringe. So I have not cut these threads down, but if you do not like them, you can always cut them down, or you can tell me if you don't like them. I can trim them down for you before sending. So this is another journal card, pocket. Here is a journal card. This is also from Journal Boat, and that goes in here. These are book page coin envelopes that I had made of various sizes, and I've just created a little bit of collage over here with all the scraps. Nothing else, nothing fancy, but they look so nice. Okay, and then again some grit paper, some page from the kit. I know my voice sounds weird. It's I don't know, I might have got cold, or maybe I've been talking too much. So this is another journal card. I really love how these turned out, and this is from the Blue Florals fussy cut that I have in my shop. They are not they are very very useful, and that is also one of the reason it took me a while to come out with fussy cut kits, because there are so many fussy cuts in the all over Etsy. I wanted to make sure that they are really good and useful, otherwise it's no point in coming out with something. Again, lined paper, music paper, some teeth stained paper. I absolutely love the staining, how it is done, and this reddish tint is only possible with tea. With coffee staining, it is more on the darker side. Sometimes it can turn gray also, depending on the quality of coffee that you're using. But for me, tea dyeing is the best option, because not only tea is cheaper in India, but we get a lot of varieties. There are certain varieties which will give you this reddish tint to the papers, and that's what I go for. So and not that it's very expensive, but you just have to know the right quality. So this is another paper doll card that I did. This is a bit of a vintage lace. This is a very old one. I just had this tiny bit left, so I've used it up, and so that's the end. This is the pocket here are some journal cards that go in, and at the back, as I said, there is another journal card, and this is all tied with this. And just look at the fluff and chunkiness. I'm really happy how this is chunked up. um, it is sometimes a rare feat, you know, even though you put in a lot of stuff. There are a lot of stuff over here, but still it has, you know, it has bulked up on its own like a well-fed um, baby. And yeah, I always think of my journals as my babies, because you know, they are built with so much of love, care, planning, and then it's time for them to leave home. It's very similar to bringing up a child. So this is number 1. They are going to be listed as number 1 and number 2. So this is number 1, okay, and we'll do the flip of number 2. So number 2 is very similar to this one, number 1. Just a second, let me switch on the AC. It's super hot over here in India, and if you are aware, summers are indeed terribly hot, especially where I live. It is pretty hot, and yeah, so that's that. So this is number 2, and this has only one lace cluster on the cover, because I found it already has a lot of laces going on. So this is also one of the fussy cut kits that I have in my shop, and these are all that I had worked on. So this is the front cover. Again, this is very similar to the one. Spine has fabric, back has this tuck spot, belly band where I have this journal card. Again, this is the fluff that you see. So this is again the same postcard. These are printables from Tsunami Rose Designs, and some journal cards from Journal Boat. I would really try to find out the name of the shop. This is one of those cards we did, and they have turned out so well. So again, some tea stain paper. I really love, as I said, the coloration that came out, and these are pretty thick paper, as you can hear. This is actually very thick quality bond paper. That's what I usually use to print my journal pages and tea stain. This is some music paper, some line page, some book page, again a page from that kit. Now actually these pages, what I should have said before, they are in the, you know, the portrait orientation. I'll just show you what I mean by this. So just give me a second. So they are like this. So there's no harm in creating a journal like this, but I felt that I would like to have a journal in this orientation, because the paper is oriented in this way. So all the scripting, writing, whatever is in this way, in this fashion. So that's why I made traveler's notebooks, and but you can make any other size journal for that matter. So this is another journal card, and they have been all inked up, and this goes in here. Again, some Edith Holden book page envelopes, some journal card from Journal Boat that goes in, closes up, and Today I was not feeling too well in the morning, but you know, I needed to do this flip through. So this is another scrap that I have added. This is a book page. This is a pretty old book page. Sorry, some threads. Again, some fold out page, a page from the kit, and this is a journal card. Now this journal card I have made from some of the collage papers. This was the first set that I've come out with, collage set 1. And by the time you see this video, maybe I've come up with more than 3, I'm not sure, but 3 is already available: set 1, set 2 and set 3. So that is, I've just cut that down and made it into a journal tag. Okay, so this one was another flip pocket that I did. I did it on camera, so I have it filmed, so you can check that out. So here is the journal flip pocket, and here is a tag. This is also made from one of the pages from my set 1 collage sheets. And then I've layered this portion, as I mentioned, and on this one I did off camera, but it is like this. This is also using one of the collage sheets. This is, I think, set 3, page number 2, if I'm not mistaken. So I'd like to keep it this way, and then when you turn this is another, this is from set 1. There is another journal card tag. This is also from set 1, but I don't remember the number of the page, because there are only 3 pages in each of the collage sheets, and I think they are just $1 in some sense. And then now I'm having a sale also, so if you're interested, you can see. So this is the middle of the signature or the journal. This is the journal card that I created. You have seen some of these, and what I've done later on is I've just added these fabric pieces. Why I add the fabric pieces at the last moment is because if I want this journal card to go in a top loading pocket, I will definitely put it at the top, not at the side. So that is why I don't add the fabric pieces ahead of time. Again, some this is also from the Blue Flowers Fussy Cut, blue and purple. I have done that page from the kit. Some Edith Holden book page. Again, another pocket. So you have this. Love this flower. This is also available in my shop. This is a pink and red fussy cut. And then some pocket. This is like those book page pockets, and I've used up a lot of scraps to make them. Again, some journal cards from Journal Boat. I think these are grungy floral journal cards that she has in her shop, and that goes in here. Some book page. Again, some scrap that I've made into a, you can write something over here. If you want, you can just glue it and make it into a belly band. You can do it this way also, whatever suits you. This is another journal card. Love this, how it has turned out. All scraps of papers, literal scraps, except the image and the floral bits and the label, of course. Again, some page, some book page. Again, an Edith Holden envelope. So this was, again, I've used some embossed paper, as you know I like to do so, and some journal card that goes in, but I've not closed it, so you can use it any way you like. So this is how it looks. I have a video where I talk about these. So again, some lace clusters. These were all scraps that I had. I wanted to use up and also add to the journal. So here you can see how beautiful this coloration has come out. I had dyed these papers a while back. I need to create some more, but tea dyeing is basically a little bit of messy business, and because I like to iron my papers also, it keeps it nice and flat and easy to handle. So I've added a little bit of lace over here. This is also from one of the collage sheets, set 1 from my shop. At the back there is one journal card. That's it. So each of them come with around, I'm not sure, around 20 journal pieces, journal cards and tags. So I am not sure, around 20, yeah, 19 to 20, but they have 60 pages, I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Let me check. I think they had to. Yes, 60 pages. So 60 pages and 20 pieces of ephemera. It measures, you know, the standard size, the 4.5 by 8 inches. But if you want, I can give you the exact measurement. It is 8 and a little bit shy of 8.25 by 4.5. So that's one reason being 4.5 being they are so chunky. So this is number 1 and this is number 2. So that's how they are going to be listed. So thank you everybody for watching this, and bye. Have a great day.